Now, the Young Turks proudly present a naked look at the party of family values, where GOP stands for and right to life takes a backseat to right to licentiousness. Republican Sexcapades, where real family values don't have a prayer. Republican Sexcapades. Hide the altar boys and cover the kiddies' ears. Here's today's edition of Republican Sexcapades with Cliff Schecter.
That's some old school Young Turks, man, right here. Cliff Dog's back. How are you, Cliff?
I'm doing well, buddy. How are you?
I'm great. All right, Cliff, let's get started here with Ben Quayle. First, before we get to the dirty, let's talk about why Ben Quayle's in the news. So I want to show the audience an ad he put together. He's running in Arizona for a congressional seat, and this is the ad he had about President Obama. Let's watch.
Barack Obama is the worst president in history.
No.
And my generation will inherit a weakened country. Drug cartels in Mexico, tax cartels in D.C. What's happened to America? I love Arizona. I was raised right. Somebody has to go to Washington and knock the hell out of the place.
Oh, damn!
My name's Ben Quayle, and I approve this message. Barack Obama.
That ad is awesome.
It's awesome.
I mean, does he just look like an automatron in that thing?
Now, wait. Cliff, you missed his solution to all the problems. Just knock the hell out of the place. How can you argue with that, Cliff? Don't you want to do that?
Exactly. We all want to knock the hell out of the place. I mean, we're not all sort of the preppy sons of, like, the worst vice president ever who might go and try and do that and consider judging Barack Obama amazing from that glass house. But
yeah. Well, he says he was raised right. Get it? That's a pun. That's a pun.
He was raised right. I know that's true. So he's raised right, as in he's being funny. He was raised conservative, and he was raised right also, which means he likes to hang out at the dirty Scottsdale.
All right. So let's get to the dirty. By the way, before we get to the dirty, one quick note: the Mexican cartels, drug cartels. What does Obama have to do with that? Did he create the war on drugs, or did he create drugs? In fact, Calderon, under the Bush administration, got a lot of money to start the war on drugs, which made things in Mexico, which made things much worse. But all right, I'm gonna leave that aside.
No. Of course, that's just pandering to local anger over the immigration situation. That's all that is.
Of course.
Yeah.
So now, but this is a sexcapade. So what is it? Why is Ben Quayle the Mr. Raised Right in Sexcapades? What did he do, Cliff?
Well, that's why this is all important. I mean, people may remember we're dating ourselves now, Jenk, but going way back when Dan Quayle started that conversation on Murphy Brown, the Quayles have injected themselves into family, the family values issues forever because they're the perfect people that we all look up to and hope to be like. In this case, the little spoiled preppy Ben Quayle says in his commercial how he was raised right, which is their own little take on family values, and none of us are good enough for them. But it turns out, since a couple years ago, he was going to this site, dirtyscottsdale.com, because that's out in Arizona where he is, and he was writing under the name of, Brock Landers. People may remember that affectionately from Boogie Nights. And he had a column called Brock's Chick, where he basically was going around and looking for the hottest girl in Scottsdale, was essentially what it was, and he would get... there are pictures he'd put up of like women in all basically scantily dressed, scantily clad, and he was going to get the hottest chick. And again, these aren't the kinds of things that you judge anybody about. In fact, I would maybe even find it funny under different circumstances. But it's another Republican who thinks they can tell the rest of us how to live, and when you find out that they're you pull the curtain aside, and they're not what they seem. And in his case. I think I heard you if you were playing, I don't know if it was a Fox and Friends segment before, but he claimed his story has been consistent, and of course it hasn't. He denied that he had any involvement with the site. He played little semantic games because now it's called The Dirty, and it was the Dirty Scottsdale before.
Well, Cliff, let's play that for the audience. Let's play that, his defense, and then we'll see if it makes sense or not. Here's Brock Landers on Fox and Friends.
Idea?
I think what is happening...
As your dad would tell you,
what's
Ben,
happening in Arizona?
Just real quick, as Dad would tell you, when you go into the fray, you also become a target. People have looked into your background, and they want to know your role in the website, thedirty.com or Dirty Scottsdale. Was that a gossip site? Is that something in your background?
This website that is spreading these smears about me right now is despicable and offensive.
Is it true?
I have not had any association with that website. This is a smear campaign that is being pushed by one of my opponents who has direct ties with the person who runs this website.
So the allegations were that you were blogging under a pseudonym, Brock Landers, for this Dirty Scottsdale website where you would evaluate different kinds of clubs. And you're saying that originally you said you had no affiliation, not involved at all. Then you said that you were trying to drive some traffic. Is that what you said?
My story has been consistent from day one. This website and the person who is perpetrating these smears, I've not had any affiliation with this website. The comments that I made it earlier were about a blog that doesn't even exist anymore. So this is a smear campaign that's being perpetrated by my opponents.
You know, I knew he was lying when he, first of all, when he came out with the Bill Clinton-esque, I have not been with that website, right? So, and then he said, I have no affiliation with that website. So why is he saying it that way, Cliff?
Well, because the truth is he's talking about the website changed its name and became a different one, the Dirty. But the Dirty Scottsdale, the original one, he helped found. And there's a whole piece. There've been a couple pieces that have come out on it that they've described his role in it. The Arizona Capital Times has one. He met the guy who founded it at a party, in Lake Tahoe in 2005.
Sounds pretty good.
And he claimed initially that he didn't know the guy that founded it, so that was another lie, that he didn't have any affiliation with the guy. He found, to get the site set up, the founder of it, whose last name is Karamian, I'm trying to find his first name, I think it's Human Karamian, he helped find him an intellectual property lawyer to get the site set up. So he was intricately involved in setting this thing up, and then wrote a column for it, and now he's telling us all about how he was raised right. So,
that's the problem, and I want everybody, as we always do on Sexcapades, to focus on that. Because, you write for a website trying to figure out who the hot girls in Arizona are. God bless, go forward. I mean, I got my top 10 hottest women list I put out every year, right? Or I used to, then I got lazy. But anyway, I got no problem with that.
Now it's only 5, huh?
What's that?
You got lazy, now it's only 5?
Right, and I got my hottest YouTube list. Look, I'm not playing. I'm in favor of hot women, okay? What I'd love to see one day is a Republican that comes out and goes, damn straight, man, I was on the dirty, and we were trying to figure out who the hot chicks were. But look, that doesn't mean I don't want to balance the budget, and that doesn't mean that I don't disagree with the stimulus funding, if that's what he stands for. Why not? I think people would appreciate that. But he's got to say, no, I was raised right, family values, and no, I'd never be dirty.
Right. Well, it's always the same story with this stuff. I don't want us to ever sound like scolds. Like the whole point is, yeah, I'd love that website. I think would be hysterical. I have friends who've done things just like that. The big difference is that they're not telling people how to live, and that's always the problem. Which is why we've done Sexcapades, because these guys. It's like Newt Gingrich recently saying, in the Esquire article, how it doesn't matter what he does; it only matters what he says. I don't think we could break it down any more perfectly than that. People need to hear what Newt Gingrich has to tell the rest of us about how we should live. What he does, he's busy chucking the first wife, while she's got cancer, and chucking the second one for the Capitol Hill aid while he's impeaching Bill Clinton, and that's cool.
Right,
and
because he's above the law, and all these guys are, and they think, no, family values is the stuff I preach to you so I could be judgmental, not what I actually live, because that's a pain in the ass. In reality, of course, they all want to be dirty.